12 people in the crowd knew who Bruce Lee was. The karate winner on stage didn't. The people who ran the event didn't. The judges did not. 500 people watching the finals of the International Karate Championship didn't know the small Chinese man sitting quietly in row 14. Things were going to change. The cocky karate winner would learn the most embarrassing lesson of his life in the next 8 minutes. What people in that hall saw would be something they would talk about for good. On March 20, 1969, these things really did happen. They will never forget this story. The Long Beach Arena is in Long Beach, California. March 20, 1969. Saturday afternoon, 3:45 p.m. We are almost done with the International Karate Championships. This is the biggest martial arts event in the United States. There are 20 different styles and competitors from 12 countries. Shotokan, Wadryu, Hyokushin, Tang Sudo, and Kino are some of the styles. There are people from all the main karate systems. The venue is full of 500 people. People who do martial arts, students, teachers, and families. Everyone who really wants to learn karate is here. The air is charged with electricity. Ki yells echo. Japanese is used by judges to call plays. In the air, you can smell sweat and linen. Right now, the heavyweight class finals are about to start. This is the Olympics of karate. Heat Up is the clear favorite to win on stage. Michael the Destroyer Chen is not his real name. He changed it from his Chinese birth name to make it sound more American and sell better. Michael is 28 years old, 6 feet 2 inches tall, and 215 pounds of pure karate muscle. He's been training since he was 6 years old, which is 22 years of dedicated practice. He's a black belt 4th Dan in Shotokan karate and has won this tournament 3 years in a row. He's also been undefeated in competition for 5 years, with 47 straight wins. He knows he's the undisputed champion of American karate, and his confidence is so high that it almost crosses the line into arrogance. As Michael stands in the middle of the stage in his spotless white gi, his black belt is perfectly tied, and a patch on it shows his dojo, rank, and accomplishments. He stretches and throws practice punches, and the air snaps with each one. His technique is textbook Shotokan, deep stances, straight movements, powerful strikes, everything that should be done. The crowd watches him warm up, impressed and scared. He looks and acts like a champion, and he never misses a chance to remind everyone that he is the champion. A tradition before the finals is for the champion to speak to motivate and inspire the other competitors. Michael takes the mic and his voice booms through the arena speakers. "Ladies and gentlemen, martial artists, fellow competitors," he says. "I stand here today as your 3-time champion. 47 consecutive victories, 5 years undefeated." The crowd applauds, which is appropriate and expected. "I have proven that Shotokan karate is the superior martial art, that Japanese karate is the most effective fighting system in the world." Some people in the audience shift uncomfortably. That's a bold claim. Martial arts politics, eh? The crowd is quieter now. Some people don't agree, but Michael is the champion, so he has the right to speak. Then Michael makes a huge mistake. "I want to talk about something that's been bothering me. This recent trend of so-called kung fu, Chinese martial arts, these flowery movements and unrealistic techniques," he says. The crowd tenses up. This is getting controversial. Kung fu is not real martial arts. It's performance, dance, or movie choreography. It has no real-life use in real fighting. A small man in row 14 moves a little. His martial artist friend, who knows who he is, says, "Do you want to leave?" "I dare any kung fu practitioner, any Chinese martial artist to come up here and prove me wrong," Michael says. The small man shakes his head and keeps watching. "Show me that kung fu can beat real karate in real fighting." It is quiet in the field. It's never happened before. Champions don't usually go up against other styles in public. Some people think it's rude. Not being a good sport. Michael is having a great time, though. His ego is now in charge. "I'll even make it easy for you. I am going to be light. I'm not going to use full contact.
I only want to show that Kung Fu isn't as good as karate and that all of these promises about Kung Fu are lies.
He looks around the crowd. Is there a master of Kung Fu here? You brave Chinese martial artists. Would you be ready to show off your skills? Keep quiet. No one moves. Michael gives a smile. That's what I thought. Talk only, nothing else. The answer to your question is Kung Fu.
The voice comes from the 14th row. It is quiet and calm, but it carries.
It gets picked up by the mic. Everyone hears.
Michael stops talking in the middle of a thought and turns to look at the sound.
Please excuse me. I told them I would take up the task. The little guy in row 14 gets up. He has on simple clothes. Nothing but black pants and a black shirt.
No uniform, belt, or patches.
For some reason, he doesn't look like a rival. Michael narrows his eyes. I can't see him well.
He has lights in his eyes.
Do you know Kung Fu? I do martial arts in Chinese. Yes. What style? Wing Chun. And how I do things. Jeet Kuno. Michael hasn't heard of Jeet Kune. He knows a little about Wing Chun. Some Chinese style from up close. What's your name? Bruce Lee. Michael still doesn't know what the name is.
He has been very busy with karate events.
He's not into Kung Fu. Does not watch action shows from Hong Kong. Doesn't know about the Ghost Rider. Doesn't know that Bruce Lee is well known in the martial arts world. 12 people in the crowd who know the name stand up straight. Things are about to get interesting. Dan Inosanto is one of them. He is Bruce's student and friend. He's in the seat next to Bruce. He says in a whisper, "You don't have to do this." Bruce replies in a whisper. He asked for someone who knew Kung Fu. I'll answer. Michael talks to the judges.
The manager of the event.
Are you okay with this? This competition isn't signed up. Mr. Ed Parker, who is in charge of the competition, talks into his microphone. You are welcome to take it. We can let a protest happen if both sides agree to it. There was no real judging, it was just a show. Michael just shrugs. Okay. Let's show everyone what hits karate and Kung Fu together. Bruce Lee walks through the crowd from row 14 all the way to the front. Move out of the way. People who know him whisper to their friends. We know him as Bruce Lee from the Green Hornet. The guy who does Kung Fu. That's the person who does those crazy shows. It's going to be fun. Bruce makes it to the stage and up the steps. Now everyone can see him clearly. He is short, 5 feet 7 inches in, and maybe 140 pounds. He is dressed normally, with no GE or belt to show his rank or style. Michael is much taller than him. 7 inches bigger and 75 pounds heavier in a clean competition GE with a 4th degree black belt around his waist. The difference is very clear. What if David didn't have a sling? That's what this story is about. People in the crowd say, this doesn't look right. Michael tries not to smile. It's going to be simple. He was hoping to see a Kung Fu master or an older Chinese teacher with qualifications. It's not this little guy in street clothes who looks like he just walked in from the crowd. Are you sure you want to do this? Michael asks, trying to be kind by giving a way out. Bruce says in a calm voice, yes. Mr. Parker talks to the crowd. For those who don't know, this is Bruce Lee, gentlemen. He is a Los Angeles-based martial arts teacher. He teaches both Wing Chun and Jeet Do, which is his own style. He's also an actress. On the TV show Green Hornet, he played Kato. Some people in the crowd nod. They remember the show. That makes sense of the name. Michael doesn't think so much. As an actor. Now this makes more sense. Movie fights that are planned and fake. That's exactly what he meant. This is great. He's going to show his point.
Show everyone how real martial arts are different from martial arts in movies.
Mr. Parker goes on, this will be a friendly demonstration with light contact.
We're not fighting, we're just showing how different styles work. Both guys nod their heads.
But Michael has a different plan.
He's going to push this actor hard, make him look stupid, and prove his point about Kung Fu. They stand in the middle of the stage facing each other, and Michael gets into a deep karate stance called Zanatsu Dachi front stance. His weight is forward, and he's ready to explode. His front fist is closed, and his back fist is ready. Bruce stands naturally, with his feet shoulder-width apart and his weight in the middle. His hands are up, but they are tense, mobile, and alive. To people who know karate, this doesn't look like a fighting stance, it looks casual and unprepared. Michael thinks he knows what's going to happen because he's been in dozens of fights and knows how they start. He'll close the distance, use his reach advantage, and land a controlled punch. The Kung Fu guy will try to block, and maybe throw something flashy. Everyone will see that real fighting is better than movie fighting when the judge signals begin.
Michael moves first and throws a textbook oizuki, a lunging punch with his front hand aimed at Bruce's chest. He's in good form and moving quickly for his size. Bruce isn't there yet, he's moved off the edge a little. The first punch from Michael hits Bruce where he was instead of where he is now. Michael recovers, resets, and tries again. Meijeri, front kick, and snap kick to the midsection. Again, perfect form and technique.
Bruce isn't there, he's moved just enough for Michael's kick to go into empty space.
The crowd is confused.
Michael is using perfect techniques, but he's not landing anything. Bruce isn't even blocking, he's just moving. Not there when the techniques come.
Michael speeds up.
He does a punch, a kick, gyakuzuki, uki, moshieri, a reverse punch, a lunge punch, and a roundhouse kick. These are fast, powerful tournament combinations. Bruce flows around them like water, under the first punch, outside the second, away from the kick, as if he knows what's coming before it does. The karate fans in the audience notice something.
Michael is fast. His techniques are clean, but Bruce is much faster.
He's reading Michael and seeing the telegraphs, weight shifts, and chamber movements.
Every karate technique has a preparation setup. Bruce sees it, processes it, and responds. Michael is getting frustrated because he